I'm definitely glad you're here. I'm glad you're in the house today at my little. Today we meet at the library. Library, my AI library. Yeah, since we definitely went in on 1 and 2, those were powerful, and definitely you're gonna see from the degrees you're at. That's why when people say people awaken, somebody told me they had a dream that I was trying to wake them up. And then when they woke up, they looked at and I was asleep on the other side of them. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then I thought about it. We're awake to the degree that we're at the time we're at, but we're asleep to the next realm of our growth and need to be awakened to the next part. That's why I will be again doing another 10-minute TikTok since it doesn't give me more time. And maybe I don't have to. Maybe I can just do this and it will go there. And it will. Um, and I think I'll cover the background. So I'm going to start that. Sorry about that, leaving you guys alone. But we're doing something we haven't did here for a while. Let me start over here. Welcome in TikTok. Yes. Too close on that one. That's too close. Welcome in TikTok. I'm here in the studio right here getting ready to record the word of the day. My third recording. I've been up early. I've been up since 3:15 this a.m. I went to bed very early last night, like 7:30. And so I'm up and about here. And we just did 1 and 2 on the on AI, the demiurge and the simulation. And I'm doing something I've been did that this was something I would do, likened to doing lyrics of music I haven't did in a long time. But this I haven't did in a long time. It's called the word of the day. And what I would do on the word of the day to all you new people and the ones on TikTok, what I would do is I'd take a word, go through, take it to etymology and see what the etymology was on the word, because etymology is where words originate from, the meaning. And like I had said in the last video, you'll find out a lot of words that are being used because language is technical. Language is technology. It is very much technology. Language is technology. It is. Language is technology. You can it says power of life on it, life or death. And using words that facilitate connection and uplifting and positivity and growth can inspire and can quicken and can vibrate higher. And then always being a negative, woe is me, Gulliver, can be somebody who spins out or dives into lower states of being and consciousness because they end up always speaking curses, negativity, bringing negative energy. A woe's me. I'm always the victim mentality comes from this. Always me. I'm always the victim. I'm always the victim. And a descending timeline's connected to it, right? And one's an ascending timeline, which creates a higher frequency and vibration of unity consciousness. And that's why you have to speak to your subconscious, that Carl Jung said, and bring light to your unconscious mind. Because the unconscious mind's is the driver of most of you. And if you can put light in it, now light's the driver. And he said this, if you don't change your unconscious mind, it will take you in the direction it will take you, and you will call it fate. You will call it fate, but it really wasn't. Because there's a difference between fate and what? Destiny. Destiny is connected to you creating your reality and the way you're going. Fate would be your subconscious mind, unenlightened, taking you away you did probably many, many times over and over and over, and just rebooting again and coming back because lessons not learned. And there's a lot of also hidden deception in this realm of, and you have to awaken to who you are. And the material world is not really who we are in our origination. It's kind of an AI. It's kind of an AI to the light. You are a light soul, spirit, light being that lives in a physical body. The physical body is not first. The light being is first. That's your origination first. So we're getting to the real. Start untangling your false sense of self. Untangle. That ain't you. You've been living a false you and think it's you and believe it's you. It's not you. And that's a fact. And the awakening is your soul trying to correspond to you, and then your shadow self or your unconscious mind is trying to say, hey, I'm over here. I need attention. I need acknowledgement. And guess who's in it? Everything that you stuffed in your closet, cleaning out your closet, remember that song by Eminem many years ago, is saying, hey, I need attention. We need to do some work here. I need to be acknowledged. And that's where your inner child is too. All the suffering that you went through, all the things that you felt that did not really build you, all the things that really just didn't keep you into who you were. And we stuffed it as a child for preservation of ourselves. It was stuffed into our shadow self, hence the unconscious mind, like a closet, because we couldn't deal with it emotionally, mentally as a child and had to repress it. And when it went through the pressing of the repression, then it went into this subconscious mind or shadow self, and it's there stacked up like a dirty closet, needing to be cleaned out and being acknowledged. And your inner child's like, acknowledging me. I've been alone. I've been supporting you. I'm part of you. I am you. But I'm the abandoned child. The abandoned child. I could see with the latchkey generation, pressed that both parents work just to make a living. You talk about this reality. Pressed into this aspect of the reality, right? Then what happens then? You're alone, abandoned, and feel in not getting the attention and ignored. Those all go to the shadow and hang out and multiply over time, and then feel ignored, that you're not acknowledging, because you're really not acknowledging yourself, your full self. And a lot of the spiritual bypassing is what's been happening to a lot of us. But this isn't the word of the day. This is revisiting what back of something I said last video, just to make it hit how important it is not to bypass. Get after your whole self. Doesn't mean you're just light. No, light reflects darkness too. So without further ado, let's share the screen, because we got an interesting word of the day that I'm going to shine a light on. I'm going to actually, this word of the day, not only am I going to shed light on, I'm going to debunk it in etymology. What? Oh, I'm going to debunk it in etymology. Watch how I debunk it. And you seers are going to go, oh my God, I see it, because it's really obvious, but it's hidden. First of all, we're going to see a word called invisible. And watch what it says. Invisible. Non-perceptible to sight, incapable of being seen. From Latin, unseen, not visible. From in, not. Invisible. Visible. Meaning kept out of sight is from a noun. Things invisible. Invisibility. Not seen or visible. Unseen, visible. Envision. Not opposite of vision. Ooh, nada, I like that. I want vision. That's what it said, right? So back here, we're just going to keep this here. I'm going to spin this. Oh, I'm a spin doctor. The key in here, this is not seen in the outside aspect. But let's separate the word in and visible. The word visible by itself means you can clearly see. And putting in front of it, I-N, E-N would be the same thing. I-N in front of it means if you go within, it becomes visible. Do you see that? It's invisible. It's visible to those who go within their inner being. The kingdom of God is where? Within you. If you go within you, the visibility's there. It's not seen by the outside lack of source in that which is not where your source is at. Do you see this? Do you see what I'm saying? And we're closing out and taking out TikTok right now. And I don't know why that thing went out on my computer, but I want to see you again. I want to see me again. And you kicked me out, and you didn't kick me out last time. God, you're funky. Notice this. Notice this. Invisible, right? Is not telling you it's not visible. It's invisible. If you want to get the visibility, you got to go within. It's not out visible or invisible. It's visible to the inner ones, those who see without seeing the physical, them that have eyes to see the invisible, because it's in and it's visible to the within. Where it's not visible is to them who stay without. They don't have these eyes to see, neither ears to hear. They can't see, they can't hear. They can't see, they don't hear. But when you're in connected, your visibility within is visible in a whole different reality. Now we're talking. I'm going to stop the share. Whoa. Do you see this? By taking etymology, even in their case of telling you that you can't see it, but when I decode the word in, I-N, separate it and look at the word visible. Visible means sight. It's seen. It's visible. You can see it. It's invisible. It's only not seen by them who stay outside themselves, that have no inner awakening knowledge. They can't go within. They have not the ability to put their oculus in, their third eye. They're awakened. They don't have the ability to do that because they've never been awakened out of the sleep or dream. They're still asleep. They're still blind. The blind, and what do the blind do? They follow blind guides. And they go, where do they fall? They fall in pits. Lower realms of chains, lower realms of stuckness, like the story of Joseph. What did Joseph do? He fell in a pit, right? Blind guides. Blind leaders create blind followers. And if you're always being a follower, you'll never be a leader when you follow anything. But back into this word, I'm blown away by this word. Because when it hit me yesterday, and when it hit me was I was listening to Iron Bite. It's a podcast. It's called AEON Bite, BYTE. And Miguel O'Connor podcast. It's definitely a Gnostic and podcast, and he said the word invisible, and when he said it, it hit me. When it hit me, I was going, wait. I got to take notice of what I'm seeing right here, what I'm reveling on. It doesn't say you don't see. It says it's in. And then when you go in, within, the in part of invisible, it becomes visible. That's how you decode words. I mean, the capabilities for you guys is there. If you go within, it's where? It's there. It's there. If you go within. Invisible. And really the key word would be, unless you have an inner vision, you're not going to see it. It takes another oculus eye. Hence, when we look at movies like Eyes Wide Shut, right? Meaning the eyes are wide open, but they're shut. Meaning the invisible to you, you don't see it. It's a secret society you've never been in. And then in the movie, of course, then they went in and they visibly seen the rituals and the dress and realized the people involved with power in the state, in the region they were in, were involved in this. All of them were in the story, right? If you look at it. The invisible. This is talking about, it's invisible means you don't see while you're outside yourself. You don't see it. That's why people are indoctrinated, are asleep. Remember, the Bible even talks about them that are awake, them that are asleep, and them that are dead. Right? These three people. This is the same as the Hylics, the Nomadics, and the Hylics, Nomadics, and the Psychics. The Psychics were like the ones who can be awakened but tend to still go religiously, still have a lot of programming. They're not seeing like the Nomadics who are getting the divine connection from the spiritual realm within them. They're totally connected. And the Psychics are like, they get partials, but they don't get the reality. Why I'm saying this, because we're going to go into the myriads of the reality, and this part goes with the myriads of the reality, the mirrors of the holographic reality of the emanations that our reality we really live in. There's all kinds of different older writings, even in the Bible, talking about this as a mirrored reality. And it's all in your Western Christianity, even in the books that you deem by the Catholic Church as the right books. Yeah, you know, it's always going to give that organization, because when you know what they are, you know what they are. But anyways, so you have these three forms: them that are awake, them that are asleep, and them that are dead. The dead would be soulless. They just soulless. They just are soulless. They're almost like they're AIs within themselves. AIs within the AI. They have no ear to hear. They don't get it. They don't revelate. They don't have soul. No connection. Just soulless. Then you have the religious people who do love something and know there's more spiritual, but they're indoctrinated still with a lot of dogma of the system of which is we know is what the system's connected to in the matrix, and still will go into indoctrination of religion, still not getting a pure spiritual connection themselves into truth, intuition, into all that starts awakening within you as a greater person that you are, a greater human with more capabilities, as these capabilities have had a capes thrown on them so they're not visible. Like that goes with invisible. Notice the visibility is for the inner, not for the outer. That's why it's invisible. You have to go within to be visible. You don't see this and don't experiencing unless you go within, is what it's telling you. You're not going to experience these greater knowledges and truth because the visibility is within. That third eye, that eye to see spiritual things, the eye to see and the ear to hear is within you, not outside of you and your doctrine and dogma and your outside teaching and believe everybody's this, and you have a belief system of dogma and doctrination, a belief system after belief system after belief system after belief system after belief system, which are all false, not direct current, not bringing it, just not in the ballpark, and just not playing in the same league. Just you think you're playing rookie league and you think you're in the majors, and you're really just in A league, and you're in the last place A league rookie team, the almost the worst of you're the bottom of the barrel in being in that top notch or being a pro. You're not close. You need some smelling salt. You need an awakening. And so them who are asleep are alive in Christ. And it says them who are asleep. The sleepy ones need to wake up, because the dead ones are, like I said, almost would be a type of Hylic. They just soulless ones. They're NPCs. They don't get it and never will. They'll follow and do the structure of their masters to imprison you and present themselves, because they are like robots. They inorganic AIs. The psychics have a chance to wake up, but they keep playing a game. They'll keep playing themselves by not waking up as they go lifetime after lifetime of just sleeping and sleeping and sleeping and sleeping and not taking the next move. And this is where we start seeing the formation of the forgetfulness or the amnesia set in. So what is this connected? That's why this word is so powerful when I looked at it, because I'm almost debunking the debunk of, because I'll use etymology to bring forth truth and language, right? I do. I use etymology all the time, but then I'm looking at invisible and I'm going, ooh, it's visible. It's not saying it's not visible. It's saying it's invisible. The only time you can see it is if you know the path within. This goes with another older Hindu thing. It says the people wandered so far out of themselves they didn't know the way back, meaning they wandered so far out of themselves playing a Hylic or playing an outside game of reality, they didn't know how to get back within to where the origination is. In, then it becomes visible. In you, then it becomes visible. In you, then you can see and hear. You start seeing and hearing. But it has to be open to you. It's within. That's why meditate. That's how you enter into you kingdom. They got them in psych, which are Christians, believe in going in meditations of the devil. I mean, you talk about programming every thought, every reality, when this stuff's ancient stuff, and I'm like, stop the crud, but they're asleep or they're Hylics. They're soulless. Just like going back to the beginning, the AI in the series is not organic and lacks, what did it say it lacked in the AI? Spontaneous. It means it lacks soullessness. It doesn't have no sentience in the house. This facts. You want to talk truth? AI has no sentience in the house. They can fake the sentience. They'll even fake it. My phone's listening to me right now. That's facts. It does. It's copying you. It's copying every aspect of us to put in a system for AI to try to replicate us as much as it can. Am I right? Wrong? Oh, I know that I'm cranking it in the pavilion, but that would only be to the people of the level somebody has a degree to hear from the degree of level of truth that's coming from. That's why your frequency is your password. So that's why I'm going to admonish everybody to go within. Inside of you is your visibility, outside of you is your darkness. Even though you go in is where your darkness really is, because that's the darkness of life and light. We've been programmed to believe darkness is always just the evil aspect. It's not. It's not. Nighttime's not evil. It's not. Now, how people behave from what's going on within them at nighttime can seem to be a little bit fray, right? Questionable. But within itself, it's not. It's not. Within you, it's not. Seeing things and just embracing yourself, like I've said before, of the darkness of yourself, the inadequacies of yourself, the things you have problems judging yourself, the thing that maybe habits you want to kick and then judge yourself, but you don't want anybody to know because you feel vulnerable to letting anybody know that you're struggling with these things because you'll feel judged, or you judge yourself, and you may judge yourself and you may wrestle with yourself with these thoughts. How many of you, why I can't quit doing certain habits, and I try and I try and I embrace them. Go into your shadow and embrace them. When you embrace them, that's where the change is at. I've had an experience with it this last 5 weeks, 4 weeks with this. It's dark night of the souls. When you go to the next level, are not only a one-time thing. I'm telling you that, not just a one-time thing. But today's word of the day was invisible, and we think that means it can't be seen. But when you go in, it is visible, because it says it in that word that explains invisible. It's telling you it's in, then it's visible. If you're out, it's not visible, because this is for the inner. This is where you're really true. This is your soul aspect of yourself, and your everything spiritual, every aspect of yourself, every depthness of knowing thyself is within you. And that's why I said, why do you keep looking outside yourself? Jesus said, you keep looking and saying, go here and go there. Knock the bull crap off is what he's saying. How many times I got to tell you guys, the kingdom of God is within you, dummies? He starts sounding like Fred Sanford after a while, talking to Lamont. Big dummy? How many times I got to tell the big dummy? And what he's saying is, give yourself the space and time and learn to do it and get acquainted with it, because that's where your transformations are at. The transformation from a caterpillar, crawly, creepy thing, to a beautiful flying butterfly is within. And the outward eye doesn't even see what's happening within, even outside of us, to a caterpillar. Think about us, how much this is even magnified within us. You guys have a great day. Today's word of the day was invisible, and we spun it to another level of truth. The eyes and the seers will see.